in the phone stand. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm coming to you live Wednesday morning, July 19. And I'm going to see if I can find me so that I can watch what's going on too. And so I can see comments. All right, I can see me. Now I just have to turn my volume off. Just a second. All right, I can see me. Now I just have to. Okay, so I'm here. Oh, and I have to find my chat here a second. All right, so let me know if you get on so that I can see top chat, top fans. Well, it's sitting there just waiting for people to find me, I guess. Panel's already open. One is watching. So this is my second time in the last 2 weeks of going live on YouTube, and I'm still learning things and trying to make sure that I have my settings right, and so that you can see me. And so let me know if you're here, and then I can make sure that the chat is going so I can respond to comments even while I have my phone down and I'm crafting. So let me see. So far I only have one person watching. I can tell that much, but I can't tell who. And I'm going to get a quick drink while I'm waiting for people to get on quick. Good morning, Rachel. I see you. Thank you. That makes me feel better that I know things are going the way that they're supposed to. I didn't notice a problem with my volume, so hopefully it's good this time. Last week we had, as soon as I flipped the camera around, everything went much quieter, so hopefully that's not the case anymore. Good morning, Vicki. I'm glad that you get to watch me live this time. I don't think that you've been live. Thanks, Rachel. I don't think you've been live. You just always find me on Facebook. I'm glad that you're here. Thanks. So how hot is it in Arizona right now? It's been pretty hot up here in Michigan. I can't imagine what it's like in Arizona. Good morning, Jennifer. Sorry, I have to. All right, we need to. Excuse me for a second. I'm gonna get my screen bigger so that I can actually see the comments better. There. Oh, that's better. So maybe I won't have to look away from the camera so much because I can see it better. So for those of you well, it doesn't seem like 86 now, heading for, woo, yikes. That does not sound good at all. I don't know what we are right now. It's probably around 86 here, but I don't know for sure. But I don't think we're heading to 115. Okay, so I wanted to mention to you, this is specifically for, I'm starting this out, those of you who are on, I know that you're live right now, but this is specifically for people who are watching the replay later. I've had people comment that they don't like that they can't see comments while they're watching the replay, and I understand that, and that's frustrating and whatever. So I'm going to share some things right now. I was going to wait till I put the camera down, but I want to do this sooner than later so that people can see comments sooner than later. So I'm going to scroll this up a second, make sure that I can see everything. Okay, so I made some notes here. I looked up what you have to do to be able to see the comments. Hi, Marcia. Oh, good. Okay, you can see. Wait, I gotta go up one more notch. Okay, you can see my my notebook. Okay, so I'm not gonna see comments for a second. I want to make sure that people can see this notebook. Okay, so there is a way that you can see comments, and it's completely different than if you're live with me. First of all, I decided that regardless of how this video goes, I'm just posting the live video because that's where the comments are. So if you want to see comments, you can't see them if I upload a new video that is it ends up being a new video that is modified or whatever. So thank you for sharing already, Marsha. Okay, so if you are watching the replay, you need to, no, I don't know. You need to, if you're on your computer, it's completely different than if you're on your phone. I'm going to show you on the phone because this is where it's harder to see. So when you're on your phone, you need to look for this little mark that means open up to your full screen on your phone. Once you do that, then click this icon that you can open the chat that was going on during the that's going on in the live. This is for the replay chat. Okay, so once you open this up, then you can see all the comments as they're coming in while you're watching. Now the thing is, when you're on your phone, you can't comment and watch comments at the same time. So you're gonna have to X out if you want to comment. You need to X out to close it, and then this is the comment where the comments go. So you click this box and then you can comment. Then if you want to go back out, then you exit, tap the X, and then this, I don't know if you need this. This brings it back to, when you go to this, you end up going on your full landscape screen. When you go to this, you go on your portrait screen, and then the comments are below. If you're on your landscape, it's going to be on the right when that opens up. Later, I will show you. Hi, Jamie. Later on my Facebook post, or not my Facebook post. Well, maybe, no, not there. On my blog. Hi, Jamie. So I have Jamie Sales and Jamie Rose, right? I got confused, like, oh no, did I say good morning to the wrong person? When you're on your computer, there's a section below. You might have to tap more if you're on your computer. There's a section below that says join the conversation to interact with the creator and others watching this live stream. And you have to click that, and it says open panel, and then you can see, yeah, right, double trouble, two Jamies. Just confusing to my brain, that's all. Anyway, click open panel, and then you can see all the comments. So hopefully that helps you, those of you who watch the replay later. So thank you for putting up with that for a minute. Hopefully it helps the people that are getting on later. Okay, so I'm going to start right away with the randomizer. I have it loaded up. Of course, you know what happens. Somehow I hit a button last night. I don't even know what I hit. I had everybody loaded up, and I hit something, and it went away. So I had to go load everything back up again. Woe is me, right? Such a hard life. Okay, so I have 2 cards that I'm giving away, 2 sunflower cards that I'm giving away, and I have everybody's names loaded from both. I checked the live comments and the comments that were on whatever. Rachel, you're my first winner. You've been winning a lot lately. Okay. I sent all those, I think. I'm gonna take that off. Okay. Rachel, congratulations. Okay. Pick another name and start. Oops, it went away just a sec. Oh, Sharon Tisdale. She was a lucky winner. I don't know if she normally watches me, but that was the first time I ever knew she was watching me. She's one of my friends, demonstrator friends. She's from Vermont. Okay, done with the randomizer, going back to YouTube. Well, yes, you are fabulous. Okay, so today, so I'm showing new product. I love that you guys congratulate each other. That makes me so happy. I'm showing new product. They are new online exclusives. I'm showing you the sunflower again because when I went back through, so I had to watch video and I was trying to go back and forth between how do I find comments, how do I, I'm doing the replay, that sort of thing. So while I was trying to learn things, I was watching my video. And I made a comment about the color of sunflowers. And so I had to make the ones that I loved from my Todd's and my trip to the sunflower farm last year. I have to make a card for that. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to show you. And then I have another one that I'm going to show you. It's not sunflower, and it is some new product. So I have a deal today. So the sunflower that I'm showing you today and the black one from last week, I am, for anybody who places a $30 order by next week, by my live next week, I will send you the kits, 2 for today's sunflower card and 2 for last week's black sunflower card. I will send you those items. Obviously, you'll need like the inks, stamps, that sort of thing, but die cut images and the embossed pieces and stuff like that, I will send you. So, so I have that deal for today. And then the other card is actually one that we're going to be making at my next Dazzling Card Club. So I'm excited for that too. So I'm going to put you guys down. So I forgot, is Carrie on? I don't know if Carrie's on. I think she might be busy. So anyway, if you get dizzy, don't pay attention because I'm going to put this down for a second. Okay, so I'm going down. Need to make sure I'm here. I'm going to lock it and I'm going to spin it. All right, let's make sure. Can we read? We can read. Yay. Okay, so that was fairly painless. We struggled last week. When I uploaded a new video from last week, I cut out 12 minutes of video trying to get things all situated. That's rather ridiculous. So hopefully we won't have that sort of problem today. All right, so I can see there. Hi, Carrie. Either you just hit or you just missed my spinning of my phone. I tried to warn you. Okay, so I'm going to show you the things that I'm using for my first card, which is for the sunflower. So, do you remember? Well, I'm going to show you this first. Remember, these are the. Oh, okay, gotcha. Remember, these are the textured notes dies. I fell in love with these, had to have them, and but didn't think that I needed the stamp set, and then I used the stamp set, and I'm just sort of loving these words, and the font and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I'm using the whole bundle or parts of the whole bundle for the card. And then of course the sunflower. Thanks, Rachel. And then I have the sunflower, it's a 3D folder, so there's extra texture. And then also I'm going to be using, I haven't used this in a long time, well, months, I guess. This is the Pattern of Friendship die. It has, I don't know if you can tell, there's stripes obviously, but they're dotted stripes. So anyway, I'm gonna be using that. So I can put that aside for the moment. All right, where are my projects? I put my notebook on my project. Okay, so I already have my card. Yes, it's yellow. It needed to be for this one. This is crushed curry, by the way. And the rest of this I'm gonna do, is this the one? Yes, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna grab my black cardstock. I liked that idea from last time. I don't know if it's helpful to you, but it seems like you can see it better. I need to get in screen better. Okay. So I'm oh, and good news. I gave my customers problems last night at club, but I found more of my sponge daubers that are not retired, as in they don't have to be pitched because they're all fuzzy. I found better ones, so anyway, it'll look much better. Okay, so I'm starting with crushed curry, and I'm just gonna get the tips of my petals here. Oh, and I did order, I found more that weren't bad, but I did order more sponge daubers also. So I'm just getting the tips of actually just this flower. I love that crushed curry. I have lots of clothes in that color. I think that you're gonna love this card then, even though I have something planned for it. Nice, good reminder. I do need to check mine. Oh, your daubers? Yeah. Crazy. All right, I'm gonna get it on these right here too. Okay, so I don't know if you remember me telling you last week. I'm done with crushed curry, I believe. But the ones that I really liked, they were really deep color, and I'm gonna have to share when I do my blog post for this, I'm gonna have to share my the actual pictures that we took too. Hi, Bev. So sorry I had trouble getting on. I'm glad that you found us though. Yay. It's not your internet again, is it just finding where I'm at? I'm hoping. Okay, anyway, so back to my sunflower. I'm doing, it was a really, really deep red. So I'm starting with cherry cobbler here. And I had to look up my colors, or not my colors, my pictures from our date at the sunflower farm. And actually found, it's part of the bouquet that we made and brought home, and it was just gorgeous. And so I'm trying to mimic that, so we'll see what you think, but I loved it. So if you can't see, I'm getting the rest of the petals on there, like I just did the tips and the crushed curry, but the rest of it I'm trying to get in cherry cobbler. Okay, the thing is, it was deeper than that, and so I'm gonna set these aside so I don't get the wrong one. So I'm actually going to add Blackberry Bliss to it too. So I just want to deepen the color a little bit, because Cherry cobbler isn't really a burgundy, but some of those flowers were definitely like burgundy. And so this is my way of trying to replicate that. So I don't know how much you can tell, but I just like that it's deeper. All right, what do you think so far? All right, I'm going to do the same thing on this other one over here. Well, not exactly the same thing. In my, isn't that cool? In my, one of my pictures of the bouquet that we made, thank you. There's one like this that have the crushed curry tips, and then there's one that's just completely the deep color. So I'm gonna do one of both, just like my picture that I have. Like I said last week, I had no idea that there were different colors of sunflowers. Thank you. I'm glad that you like it. Till we went to the farm, that is, I didn't have any idea. I see lots of hearts. That's awesome. Okay, so now that I have them like next to each other, you can see the difference between adding the Blackberry Bliss and not. I really like the look of that with the Blackberry Bliss. Thank you. I'm glad it's on your list. Was it not on your list already? That was like one of the things like, okay, we'll have to have that. So I'll show you. So I said earlier when I got started that I'm gonna see if I can be organized enough to get this going where I show you a couple cards, and then if you place an order with me, then you'll get the kit for those couple cards that I made. And for this one, I'm doing for this card and then the one that I did with the black last week. So we'll see. Is crushed curry a true yellow? Just that the one with bliss does remind me of some I've seen. Adding that makes a big difference. Yeah, thanks. Crushed curry. Well, it's like, I don't know. It's like a between a gold and a yellow. I was just thinking that, Bev, not on mine either, because yellow and can get my mind bent. Now that's not surprising to me, but oops, where'd my, oh, this is what I need. But Bev not having it on her list was surprising to me. Okay, so I'm using Blackberry, no, not Blackberry Bliss, Black Stays On. And I want, oh, this is not, all right. So for doing this, I have a feeling this might be one of my older Black Stays-Ons. I want to make sure that this is inked well because I want it to look nice and black. I don't want it to look grayish. I want it to look nice and black. Oh, back to your question, Jennifer. I don't know what you consider a true yellow. It's between a gold and a yellow to me, like a mustard, and it's not mustard and it's not yellow. It's got some orange a little bit to it. Does that make sense? Because definitely mustard has a lot more green or brown in it or something like that. Shame on you. That's funny. Well, you don't have to be shamed into it. Okay, can you see that I'm doing this differently than I did the petals? Because I really want this black to be here, I'm not rubbing it. I'm making sure that that there's plenty of ink on the dauber, and then I'm pouncing it. That one's nice. This one probably has a lot more texture, so it's harder to get all in there. Okay. Isn't that amazing? I just love it. Okay, I saw some that I missed over here. I created the tips of the petals, but then didn't. Thanks. But then I didn't go back and add the red and the blackberry to it. When I was working on this, thank you so much. When I was working on this, I, on mistake, I wasn't paying attention, and I put my red dauber right in my black, and then like couldn't figure out why my colors were off. Thank you. I'm so glad you ladies are enjoying this. Okay. Now, I told you my go-to for sunflowers for some reason with greens is garden green. We're sticking with that. I thought about grabbing my granny apple green and lightening up a little bit, and I just decided no. I see more missing. And that black one last week, really cool, thanks. There, that's good enough. Okay, so here's my sunflowers. Isn't that so cool? I just love it so much. Okay, so I'm done with daubers, I believe. These all colors. I'm gonna need this. Okay, we're gonna set that aside. Okay, so what I ended up doing when I ran this through is I put two right next to each other so I can do like 2 pieces at a time. But I had my piece cut already. Okay, I need my, oh, I don't know where it is. I didn't have it ready. Did you mention what bling you are using? I did not. I just sort of pulled it in. It's the neutral matte dots, which I think are also part of the suite that is the textured notes bundle. Just a sec. I'm looking for my my silicone mat. I think I suddenly don't have one here. Just a second. I have to grab one. Earlier yesterday I had 3 of them at my table and then got rid of 2 and can't find the other one. Sounds about right. Okay, so I'm using, because of all this texture, I'm using tear and tape, which, where did I put that? Oh, hiding again. Tear and tape to put this down. So I probably don't really need 3 strips, but I keep doing 3 strips and get the edges in the center. It's not like it really popped up or anything, but I don't know. Okay, so peel these off. 2, 3. And we're putting this on black. I just went with a little border this time. And then this is going to go on with dimensionals. So on the back of the black, I don't have to worry about the texture. Bev, can you play with mine next week? Oh, you can play with mine next week. I thought it was a question. So are you guys getting together? That's so fun. Bev's in Wisconsin right now instead of Michigan. And she's kind of close to Carrie. All right. So we're putting this on here. Isn't that awesome? I just love it so much. Glue works very well for embossed pieces also. Yeah, I'm sure it does. You know it's not my favorite, Carrie. Okay, so I'm using, this is just the skinny little die from the textured notes. And it fits perfectly with the saying that's here. It says, "You are seriously the best." And I wanted my die cutting done early, so hopefully, okay, I did well. I need this. All right. Well, if you place a $30 order, you will, which I think the embossing folder is $12. We talked about it last night at club. You will also get these pieces that you can do. Now you have to have the tear and tape, the dimensionals, all that kind of stuff. But the die cutting and embossing will be done. I have it in my cart. Good job. Okay. So I just did something and didn't explain. Okay. So I put tear and tape on one end, and dimensionals on the other end because, could you repeat what you used as your base cardstock? This is crushed curry, then black, then this. I actually used thick, even though it's just a piece on, just an accent piece. I used thick instead of just regular white, basic white. Okay, so I put tear and tape here because it's going to go across here, and liquid glue definitely would work for this spot. In fact, I had to press this down for it to work correctly. And then dimensionals here because it's going to be the same level as I put dimensionals on this right here. All right, so here's my card so far. And then, as I said, these are neutral matte dots. So there's white, black. It's probably basic beige. What's on the crushed curry? Oh, there's a pattern on it. It's this pattern of friendship die. I couldn't see where your hands and where you pointed. I'm not sure which part you mean. Crushed curry. I don't know when I pointed. Crushed curry, basic black. Do you think thick white does better for 3D? I feel like it probably will. Sometimes when you use a 3D folder, or any folder for that matter, sometimes your cardstock might sort of crack when you explain the tear and tape and dimensionals. Oh, okay, just a sec. Sometimes at the texture it'll crack. Oh, cool, perfect. That's good, Bev. And the stamp set is cute too. Do you have just the die or the stamp set? Because the stamp set is, sorry, I'm looking away. And I'm looking for it and I don't see it. I don't know where it is. And I don't know what I was saying. Okay, so anyway, it's a bundle and the words are cute with it. Okay, so Jennifer, sorry, I didn't show you well. So on the back of this die cut piece, the words, I had tear and tape over here because it's going to go down on the texture. Thank you, Vicki. And I had dimensionals here because this whole piece is on dimensionals, so I was trying to get it to be level with it. Because if I just put dimensionals on the whole thing, then I would have double dimensionals here, kind of thing. Okay, so white, black, basic beige probably, but it could be vanilla, I don't know. And then this is pecan pie. So I'm going for black. I thought about doing white. What do you guys think? I like black. White or black? I'm gonna wait 30 seconds, if that. Down. Jamie says black. Vicky says black. All right, we're going for it. That's what my instinct was too. Okay, so I'm just doing 2 up here. Everybody says black. We all think the same, I guess. And then I'm doing one down here. And there we go. There's my card. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so when I post the link to my blog post, you can check out, because I always edit this post and the comments or whatever under, not comments. I edit the post that's underneath the, cool. That's underneath the video itself. And I'll put a link to the blog post. It is, but it's also like, these show up in August already. Hi, Kathy. I didn't see that you were on. I don't know what I was saying. Thank you, Jennifer. I'm glad that you like it. Okay, so anyway, this is my... Oh, and I'll show you quick the... It's here somewhere. Last week's card. So here is the black one from last week, or just even with the yellow. Truly Stain, thank you so much. So this is the card that we all loved so much last week. You need a white craft pad to get this. Oh, and Wink of Stella is on here. So with a $30 order by the live next week, I'll give you 2 kits of both cards. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I'm glad you found me now, Kathy. So there's that. Okay, so my next one. So I have to show you since we're here. Okay, so here's the card that I made. This was my start to the card. And when I decided that I really liked a little bit of yellow on there better than just all of it by itself. They grew entire fields of sunflowers. Oh, awesome. That's so cool. So isn't it cool with adding the little bit of yellow? And I truly, in the picture of, oh, that's what I was saying. I'll have a picture of our bouquet that has both of these flowers in it. Okay. Next project that I'm doing is using the Just a Note bundle. I just thought this, first of all, it's too funny because we just talked about a few weeks ago how, I gotta find it, how we don't like the spiral on our notebook to be still there, but we love it in a die or a punch. And then they came out with the Just a Note bundle. So this bundle is what we're going to be using on the next Dazzling Card Club. And I made a really cute card for a swap. Oh, actually, Bev, if you probably didn't get your swaps yet. This is going to be in there. I did it for a big swap and then also our team swap. So Jamie, you too. Sorry, Jamie Sales. It's on the way. So anyway, Just a Note, it's an online exclusive. It's not in the catalog. So here we go. And here are the rest of the dies for it. So there's like all these little office type things. Like this is actually, I think like a heart paper clip where you're gonna tuck it in sort of thing. And I showed this one is a double paper clip here, and I already die cut it. So I left it on there so that I could find it. All right, so I'm gonna put my stuff together here. So my colors here are Strawberry Slush, Secret Sea, and Cloud Cover. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put all my designer paper on. I have to be honest, it's going to look a little bit different than your swap because I was out of this designer paper other than this sheet that was just a little bit too small. So I'm managing with a smaller piece and then adding an extra layer here. because it's just too cute. All right. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, this designer paper is the Florals in Bloom designer paper. And I don't have it right here with me. Florals in Bloom is different than Floral Impressions. Okay, so I'm doing a, yeah, exactly. Strawberry slush is always a good idea. So this is one of those modified bookbinder cards. So I have it cut to this, and then it's going to go on the strawberry slush like this. Okay, so I'm covering up my panels here first with my designer paper. So we'll get this card all, or the card base sort of all set. And then this goes here. All right, I'm not showing this step. I need to get that out of the way so I don't add yellow to the card unnecessarily. I'm not showing you this step, but I already did it. I had extras that I hadn't cut enough for. I have tear and tape down here on both edges of this skinny 1-inch section, or 1 1/4 inch section. And I'm gonna put ribbon around it. This also is cloud cover ribbon. So we're going to tie a knot here. And then flatten it. Okay, so now that my ribbon's on here, now I can take my tear and tape off and seal it down. So then it stays as the book binder. Am I off camera again? Okay, so I press this down. Okay, so now it just opens like this. Okay, I'm gonna set this aside for the moment and get this ready. So I have both a designer paper. This is, as I said, this is from Florals in Bloom. Designer paper and cardstock. Because of the way that I'm putting it on here, I want it to be more sturdy. So I'm actually gonna put liquid glue on here and attach it to cardstock. Ooh, that was kind of too much. I've been having a problem with it coming out lately, so I thought it was gonna give me a hard time, and it didn't. All right, so we're putting this on here. So rather than, I don't know if you figured this out already or not, but rather than use the lines that are on the stamp set, I don't know where the stamp set went now. Oh, here it is. Rather than use the lines on the stamp set, I'm using the lines from this designer paper for this time. And I am doing my die cutting now. I wanted to show you that step. But I could have just done it as it was, but I just wanted it to be more sturdy. Okay, quick mention. I'm going to get this out of the way again in a second. Quick mention. So this is bigger than my die, or I mean my die is bigger than my cardstock, but that's okay. I wanted it smaller, so I just cut it as small as I want, and then it will just come out. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just wanted it smaller. So that's what I did. All right, so we're gonna run this through. Remember, when you use your mini boss, you need to create a capital E. That's what I always say. That's what I always describe this. The bottom's long, the top's long, the middle is short. But then everything needs to be on all layers here. Okay, so get rid of this, and see, now I still have my cute little notebook paper. Okay, get this all out of the way. Don't need the die. Okay, so Rachel is going to be totally happy because the idea for our swap, there's sometimes themes or things that we have to use for the swaps that I do monthly. And the idea for this swap, besides potentially new online exclusives, cute without yucky edges, we were supposed to use an animal. So I chose the turtle. All right, so I'm gonna let him dry a second. And while he's drying, I'm gonna do some of the other stamping that I wanna do. Well, I still need this. So I'm gonna start with just a note. Ooh, this is wet. So I want just a note right here. Oh, good. Okay, just a note. Then inside, I'm gonna set him aside. So if you didn't remember, I know you love your critters. You need to let the memento dry before you use blends, and I am using blends on that. Okay, so I'm gonna open my book here, and inside we're going to stamp "You've Got This." And I'm using Strawberry Slush with, there is not a heart in this stamp set, but I borrowed the heart from Darling Dinos. I never know how to say that. Do you say D-E-E-Nos or D-I? Dinos. Okay, so there's that. All right, and then one more thing that I have to do. So I'm done with black. One more thing I have to do is, so I wanted to build on, well, this is totally why I use this designer paper, is these plus sign. I don't know if they're intended to be a plus sign, but these plus signs get me. And so just like, I gotta make sure that I have it on here straight. There's a plus sign in this stamp set. So I'm going to use cloud cover. I know you are. Cloud cover. Okay. I don't want any lines underneath. So starting with the center, then doing outside, between those two, and between those two. All right. So there, isn't that cute? So I have the plus signs on the inside and out. That makes me happy. Okay. So we're setting this aside again, coming back to our little turtle. He's so happy. Okay, so I'm just using cloud cover. I'm just going with the color that's already here. I'm not really trying to, not so much trying to color him or change his color. I just want to highlight his features. So I'm doing lines, his knees, his chubby little knees. Every time we say that an animal is chubby, Todd and I Todd and I say, be careful so he doesn't poop on you. Because one time Tyler was Tyler was with his girlfriend at the time, and they were looking at birds in, I don't know if they were at a zoo, I don't know where they were at, but they were looking at a bird, and the girlfriend said something like, oh, he's kind of chubby, and they walked away, and the bird just like lifted its tail and totally pooped in their direction. Ah, too funny. Okay, so here's my, did I do the neck? I don't know if I did the neck or not. I'm going to. All right, so here's my cute little guy. Thanks. Okay, so now we're gonna make it look very, very office-like, very notebook-like. And I have this, I used silver foil for this, and I did put tear and tape on the back, not tear and tape, the adhesive sheets on the back of this. Can't get, it's hard to figure out which part needs to come out and which part needs to stay. I'm struggling a little bit here. There we go. Okay, so I didn't, a tiny dot of strawberry slush for his cheek. If I had a tiny little, like, I'm gonna make him too dark. He needs, it needs to be either like with a Q-tip, or it needs to be a lighter pink. I would make it too dark with the strawberry slush marker. I don't know if I can do that. Maybe I'll try it with, you take your suggestion and try it with Bubble Bath. I want something lighter. And if that's not dark enough, then we can go with I don't know what you call it. The next color. What's the next color? Pretty in pink. Okay, so this helps it stay down here, but it doesn't help it stay on here. So I'm doing two things for this. Well, same thing, but twice. So I want tear and tape down here, because this is going to hold it to the card. And partly down here. Okay, so before I put it on, I'm going to try it. I'm going to get Bubble Bath and Pretty in Pink. Bubble Bath might just be too light. All right, what do you think? He's cute. All right, so now we're gonna take this off, and we're gonna close this up, and it goes like this. So it's just holding on to the left side with where I put it. Thank you. Glad that you like him. And the it does add to his personality. So the florals in bloom, that whole suite has the 2025-2027 in color flat pearls. So we're gonna use that. Just a sec. I've been trying to be good and actually use this. Okay, so I'm using my spatula. So I'm putting it where it would be if it stayed closed, but it won't stay closed. It's just for a good placement. There we go. Isn't it cute? Okay, so that's it. And I think I'm going to, I did this last time too, and I'm going to keep it the same. I feel like the colors are showing okay. Thank you. I'm so happy that I was able to get animals on here and get do my note. I was very happy. And stamped inside without a problem. You know, I usually have naked insides, so sometimes that is a problem for me. Or I forget that I have to do that, but I didn't forget this time. It is very cute. I'm glad that you guys like it. Okay, so I'm going to keep the camera down. I'm not going to close with switching you guys back up again. So I'm just going to talk about this. So we're making this card at, I wouldn't have even looked at the note set until you used it. So fun. Thank you so much. I know I love this fold too. So this is a card that we're going to make at my next Dazzling Card Club. We're going to be using the Just a Note stamp set. And those of you who swapped with me for Dazzling Demos, you're getting one of these cards. And then you'll also get the tutorial, obviously. And then this one that I just made today, so I have, and this one that I made last week, I have a special this week that, and I'm going to try to continue this. We'll see how I do. If you place a $30 order, minimum $30 order by the next live, so in the next week, you'll get 2 kits of each of these to be able to complete yourself. Obviously, you need the inks, you need the stamps, or use your own stamps and any sort of adhesives and stuff like that. But I will send, a link of Stella for this, but I'll send these kits to you for your order. So, I will be opening Dazzling Card Club soon for registration. And if you have any questions, let me know. This is going to be the stamp set that we're using. And I think that's it. So remember, we have new online exclusives right now, which includes the sunflower kit, and it includes this Just a Note bundle. And I think that's all that I have. So thank you so much for joining me today. And I will be live again next week, Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. I'm still planning on coming back here to YouTube. We'll keep working on this and see how it goes. So love you too, Rachel. Thank you everybody for joining me, and I will see you again next week. Thanks. Bye. I don't know how to end it. Oh, I do.